Kia ora guys, and welcome to another episode of the Resilience Matters podcast. Absolute pleasure today to have a good mate of mine and also co-worker in translating some of our mahi into te reo on our Resilience Matters podcast, sharing a story about resilience, how he overcame different challenges that he faced in his life, and also how he continues to inspire a whole nother generation to use their language that our ancestors entrusted with us. So it's awesome and a pleasure to have Hemi with us. So we hope you enjoy the episode. Give us a follow or a like or share with your friends. But thank you so much for the support that you guys have already given us. We really, really appreciate it. Ngā mihi nui. Kia koutou. Cheers. Kia ora, matua Hemi. Good to have you here, bro, on our Resilience Matters podcast. So Hemi is joining us. He is a kaiako at Te Whare Wānanga o Aotearoa, teaching currently level 6 te reo class, and he has an amazing story and something that actually just inspired me along our journeys. We played rugby together, and mean team, poro red, white and blue. So but yeah, just really encouraged by your story, bro, and want to just take this opportunity for you to share some insights into your life, bro, into your journey as not only as a kaiako but also as a tauira, and also just sharing with us some of your goodness and your wisdom and your mātauranga on how you sort of, just do your thing. So, bro, welcome.
Brother.
Choice. Well, first things first, let you introduce yourself, bro. So, ko wai koe, e hoa.
Kia ora, brother. Ko ia hau, for Hemi Waters a hau. He uri a hau no Waikato, no tū oi me tōna tatu. I grew up in, where do I grow up? Up in Waikato. I started in Auckland first, down South Auckland.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Yeah, so I lived all around there. Then my old lady moved us up north, up to Whatiwhiwhi.
Yep.
Way up the Karikari Peninsula. Went to the Kura called Taipa Area School.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, we moved back down to Waikato, to Marawahia.
Oh, no way.
Over there, and started doing my schooling in that buzz over there. But yeah.
Cool, bro. Me, so before I grew up in Australia, but I lived in Ngarawahia. That was where my mum and dad sort of had their first house when they were married, and my older brother, and I lived there for about a year before we moved over to Aussie. So yeah, that's buzzy. Cool, bro. How long were you in Ngarawahia for?
So I was there for about a good, I think, 6 years. Yeah.
Me.
But I went to school. So when I started my schooling, I went to my first school was in it's called Te Kaupapa Māori o Manurewa.
Oh, yes.
In Auckland.
Yeah.
So done my schooling up there. Then I come back moved down to Marawahia with my sister and it. And then I started going to it's called Te Wharekura o Rākau Manga in Hawaii.
Oh, yes. Wow.
So, because my old lady was staying in Auckland, so I could live with my sister at the time. And so I was just there for a while with my sister. Then my sister decided to move up to Auckland. And so I had nowhere to go. And so I went to go and ask my coach at the time. So I used to play rugby league.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, for Tūranga Wāwai.
Oh, yeah.
So
buzzy, bro.
Back in Ngarawahia. And
cool.
So I went to go hit my coach up if I could stay with him for bits. And then I ended up living with him in Ngarawahia, finishing off about 2 years of my schooling there. And then I got shifted down to here in Whakatane.
Man.
To my uncle's, and then I started doing my schooling there for Ruatu.
Yeah. So how old were you when you moved from Ngarawahia to?
I was about 15 at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, 15. And then, my dad grabbed me, hey, move me over to Whakatane.
Yeah.
I started to try to find a school over here, and then I ended up going to Te Wharekura o Ruatu.
Man. And it's a cool transition for you, like not going, say, from like a mainstream into like a kura kaupapa, like you sort of went all through, right?
Yeah, so my first te reo school was Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Bernard Ferguson, and then I went to Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Manirewa.
Yep.
And then I went to actually my old lady chucked me into Papakura High School, my first ever English school.
Wow, yeah.
And I was drowning, bro.
Wow, true.
Drowning.
Yeah.
I didn't, it was just so hard to get a relationship with the English. It was just too difficult for me. I used to just even wag, jump the fences and gap it because my teachers at the time, they were American. And so they chucked me into this special, not like a special needs, but like, you had the special needs class over there.
Yeah.
Well, my class was right next door. But I knew to myself that I ain't a special needs. Like, that kind of help. I need like, like, put me in a Māori unit.
Yeah.
Put me in somewhere that I'm going to thrive.
Yes.
And I keep telling those teachers at the time, I don't know how to, write in English. I don't know how to spell in English. Can you put me into a Māori unit so I could be able to, follow that?
Yeah.
And
did the school have that sort of facilities for you to even attend?
There was a Māori unit.
Hey, but they didn't do it.
They didn't do it.
What?
They didn't put me into it because you could get the options.
Yeah.
So my option was, chuck me in their Māori unit because that's where, I feel like I'm going to thrive in it.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. They chucked me in this other class with the special needs class.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like,
you
know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't like a learning disability. It wasn't like that stuff. You just like, English wasn't really your first language.
You give me anything in te reo, then I'm happy. I'll stand strong and proud. But if it was the English thing, it's a bit too difficult. Just because it's not my thing. And then after that, my sister, I ended up moving to Ngaruahia. My sister enrolled me into Te Wharekura o Whakamā.
Yeah. How long did you last in Papakura?
Papakura, so I was there for my year 9, 2014.
Yep.
So I was only there for 1 year. And I was just basically just wagging, ditching all the classes.
Do you think like that's the same story with a lot of our rangatau coming up, like coming from, say, full Kura Kaupapa into...
definitely, bro. If you look at all our Polynesian whānau, and if we look at the this Pākehā system, it doesn't really cater for us. If we have a look at, Whare Kura Kaupapa, they start NCA level 1 at year 9. You go to a mainstream school around here, they start at year 10 or year 11. So you got to pass, just your normal, just just to crack it. Whereas if you come to a Whare Kura or Kura Kaupapa, you start at year 9.
Wow.
So by the time you're at year 10 or year 11, you should already have your level 1s.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You're at year 11, you should be working on your level 2s. And then when you're at year 12, you should be, working on your level
2s and 3s.
3s.
Yeah.
2s and 3s. Yeah. And that's the difference that I've seen that these Kura Pākehās do compared to our Kura Māoris.
Yeah. Have that earlier pathways instead of jumping everything
and giving them what they like, trying to put that pathway in place earlier for them instead of later on for them. And, they're about 17 years old, still scratching their head. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Man, so if you start earlier, then they start thinking, and then they start planning where they want to take their career.
Yeah, these are the pathways I can go.
Pathways to go, and you need to follow. And you got to start now, boy. Start later on. You're at year 11, start year 9, year 10, start thinking on where you want to go.
Nice.
And then by the time you're year 13, on your last year of school, then you should have enough credits to go down that path that you wanted to take.
And so you went from Papakura back to Ngaruahia? Or from Papakura to Ruatoki?
Yeah, I went from Papakura to back to Ngaruahia. Lived in Ngaruahia, caught the bus to Huntly.
Yes.
To go to Whakamā. And then I used to do that for about 2 years. I think I was still like halfway in my year 12. And then I left the school. And then, my old fella grabbed me, see me down to Whakatane, he said, bro, find your kura, bro. And he gave me 2 options, he said, Te Kura Kaupapa Māori, or Te Orini ki ngā te awa, or Ruatoki, which one, bro? And I just remember thinking that time that Ruatoki already came to Whakamā, so we already had that career exchange, that student. And all the students come over and have some fun days, and then our students go over to Ruatoki and they have some fun days. So I already really had that relationship with them. And so I told my dad, I want to go to the wharekura o Ruatoki.
Yeah.
And so one day, jumped on the car and then drove all the way to the whārua, and then he enrolled me over there.
Cool, bro.
And I was so happy because I could finish off my schooling.
Solid, bro.
And about 2 years, so 2017 and 18 was my last year of school.
Yeah.
Over in Ruatoki.
Wow. And so you finished all the way to, is it 13? Year 13? Yeah, solid, bro. Yeah.
I've done a big lag, and, from year 9, 10, 11, 12, 30.
Yeah.
And, most of my mates didn't finish, didn't finish school, where I was, I don't know, there was something inside me to carry on, to better myself, and so, and all my mates, hey, yeah, you like me, yeah. Yeah, I was like you, but I still don't know life.
Great up.
So, and then at the time there, because with my teachers over there, they were asking me, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Well, where do you want to go after this point? And I told them all. I even told my mates, I want to be a teacher.
So cool.
And my mates were laughing at me. Like, hey, a teacher. Craig, not that mission. Yeah, I want to be a teacher. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
And then they're all looking at me, yeah. And then so I went to go sit down with one of these kayakos, and he said, if you want to be a teacher, you need this much credits, because you need UE.
Yes.
Your UE credits are a key to your university entrance. So, so you need 3 approval subjects, such as te reo Māori, English, and maybe maths. You got to get 14 for each subjects, and then that's your key to the universities. Not just universities, wānangas too. And so I used that key to open up this key to
nice, bro.
Te whare wānanga o Wanuiara.
Yeah.
It's about 17 at the time, and it's about 17. I met all the criteria and all of that. Just one thing I didn't meet was my age.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I was 17.
Yeah.
Then I got interviewed from 3 queers.
Yeah.
And they were having a cordial to me about it. So they said, oh boy, you meet the criteria and all of that. But there's just one thing you don't meet.
Too young.
You're too young.
Far.
You're too young.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, and then I just told them, like, I said, Whakamā, I'll prove you's wrong.
Yeah.
I'll prove you's wrong. I'll prove all 3 of you's wrong. That I'm capable.
Yeah.
I'm willing, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Just give me a chance.
Yeah.
You can give me a chance. And then they all looked at themselves. And then, okay, boy, we'll give you a chance.
Yeah.
And then here's your papers signed and off.
That's pretty cool, bro, because to back yourself like that, and for them to back you too, they must have seen something in you to say, like, hey, you don't hear that every day. Like, there might be like, oh, please have me in your class. But it's like, nah, back me, because I'm going to make it, And so it's pretty cool that you did that.
Yeah, and I can stand strong on this. And, there was a few feelings inside of me going, no.
Were you early under 17-year-old, or like kind of just turned 17, or?
Just turned 17.
Yeah.
You kind of just turned 17. But all I knew is I wanted to be a teacher. The reason why I wanted to be a teacher is because, back when I was younger, Mum was there. Yeah, Mum's been there all the time. But then when Mum and Dad split up, they split up when I was a little kid. And so when they split up, I met my stepdad. Stepdad come in my life, and and that was all great. And that's like home life wasn't really home.
Yeah.
Some parts of it was home, but majority of it wasn't really home. So what I really liked to do was go to school.
Man.
And because it was just different from home, and I enjoyed playing around with more kids and friends and teachers that I could trust. Say certain things to them, and they could trust it. They won't repeat it back. Or now I understand why you like that boy. I was like, well, this is why. I could trust these students. These teachers, and that really built that the courage up inside me to open up,
try something.
Open up and try. And when I went to Whakamā, because I was going down on a bad path with, because going to a Pākehā school and no one don't really
know you, or
and you're just treated like a number. It's that feeling inside is it's not great. I'm not a number, I'm a human. I'm a person, and treat me like that. And if I'm not getting treated like that, and I'm going,
it's pretty hard, bro. Yeah.
So, that really, when I went to Whakamā, those teachers really cared for me, you know. Go to Haka practices, and sometimes they'll call the practice off, but I didn't know that at the time. I just packed me a big suitcase, ready to go, and then the kaiako goes, oh boys, you know there's no practice on, this weekend. Oh, hey, I just packed all my gears in there. Oh, true. Oh, you can stay at my house then, boy.
Hey, yeah.
And you know, I stay at my teacher's houses, have a kai with them.
Yeah.
Just kick back, you know, really like it was like the uncle kind of, you know, the whānau.
Yeah.
But you know, then I just felt more like that. And so when I come down here and then I started finishing off my schooling, then even these teachers were the same thing. You know, kind,
whānau, want the best for you.
All that kind of
yeah.
So I ended up they asked me, what do you want to do after school? I want to be a kaiako. And then I ended up getting all of these talkings. And
so cool, bro.
Getting all of these, finishing off my NCA level 1, 2, and 3, and then getting my UE credit, and that's how I ended up in school.
And so it sounds like teachers really like played a massive key part in your life and like even your career choice, right? Like it was like teachers were inspired you and they got alongside you, they offered you all alongside your journey, and through that relationship that those teachers showed you and the offer that they showed you, that translated into you wanting to do that for other people, right? Yeah, that's so cool, bro.
Even another example, Kapa Haka.
Yep.
Because I wasn't really a Kapa Haka person. Yeah, I've done Kapa Haka when I was young, but when it comes to the teens, you know, it was a bit different. Like, you know, this is a big stage. You know, everybody's watching you. You know, your Kapa Haka Ropu's got a big name, so you come use that up. And then just by doing the brackets, doing every single item and using your box, because you get told to use, this is your box. You got to use it all the time, even if the item's a sad item, give it those feelings. You know? And there was, back in 2016, we had this way of taringa. My tuners composed it. It was about moko. About this young fellow. He's about 2 years old. These people, you know, killed him. They killed him. They left him in the bathroom for about 2 weeks. They like starved him, and but the parents they used to go to Whakamā, and so our tutors ended up composing a waiata, and when he was composing that waiata, and when he was teaching it to us, he was giving it to us like, imagine if that was your kid, you know, and then, you know, just that example, you know, you're in the field, you're feeling it, you know, and you know, even though that was someone else's tamaiti, you know, you're looking at the tamaiti like that was your own tamaiti, and this is how the tutor, how he used to do his teachings, you know, and you got to feel it, you know. And that actually brought me out of my comfort zone, because I wasn't you know, Haka dude, going out there doing stuff, and just even doing hakas, you know, and getting out of that box. It just built, you know,
that's such a cool thing. There's such a cool thing, bro, for your kaiako to show you that too, like, because I think as well, like a big stigma around like, well, tani in general, right? We don't really show emotions, right? So, but on the stage, we have an opportunity, and as we're engaging with our culture in Kapa Haka, we have an opportunity to express some of those emotions, you know? It's mean, bro, through haka, through waiata, through all of those, like,
even the whakaiki, you know, that's coming in aggressive, you know, and you'll see the aggressiveness from the kai haka, and then you'll see the next item, and then you'll see them change their, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
You know, that's all of that, and just learning all of that from all those skills from my kaiako, I just wanted to give it on to the next generation, and, you know, maybe some other whānau or people, you know, might find it helpful.
Kia ora, guys. Just wanted to jump on here quickly to share some of the mahi that Hemi has been doing with us. So together at Waihi here, we've developed a resource called the All Goods resource, and it's a framework that we can look at our recognizing emotions and then looking at what we can do about it. So the All stands for things like, am I feeling anxious, angry, low, am I feeling lethargic or lonely? And then after that, we're going to look at some of the tools that we can use within the goods. What are some things that we can do about it? So things like gratitude, grounding ourselves, organizing, looking at things like observing or using mindfulness tools, as well as developing those skills and then looking at what we can do to stay connected. This is being translated fully into Te Reo with our good mate Hemi. So we just want to encourage you guys that if you want to check it out or if you want to learn more about it, it's not quite launched yet. So if you want to learn more about it, please just hit the link in our description or within YouTube or within our Facebook to come and check out some of the mahi that we're doing. It won't be too far before it's launched, and we're really looking forward to having this available across our country. All right, ngā mihi nui, enjoy the rest of your episode. Cheers.
Oh, solid, bro. And so, did you do kapakas at Whakamā and then come up to Ruatoki?
Yeah, so you know, Whakamā, that's all Waikato.
Yeah.
And that's Waikato, and it's the Waikato style, I should say.
Yeah.
The iwi. And then I came over to Whakatane, and then, went to Ruatoki, and then I stood for Ruatoki, and so that's all tū, yeah. So that's a different kind of style.
Yeah.
And I wasn't used to that, because I'm used to going down low, you know, a bit wider action.
Yep.
Then you come over to, you know, the whārua, it's a bit straight, a bit stiffer,
Yep.
it's more stauncher,
Yep.
I should say. Just different styles, but even in that, it is, for me as a kaiako, I get to look at both worlds and
Cool, yeah.
both styles,
Yep.
the Waikato style and a bit of tū style,
Yep.
and get to interweave it together.
Man.
But as soon as I've finished my schooling there, I ended up shooting to Te Whare Wānanga and following my my teaching tour.
Yes.
It took me 3 years to get it done. But at the time, I'm 17, no money, broke ass.
Yep.
What am I going to do? How am I going to get funding? And so, just, done the old, had up TTNZ scholarships.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Emailing them, because they do 3 rounds of scholarships, and the scholarship that I went to go and apply for was the 10K Māori medium scholarship. So it's everything to do with Te Reo.
Yep.
And then so you just do all your applications and fill it up. But the one that I wanted to go to try and get was the change of careers.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a job before so this was my first job, so I only could have applied for that scholarship. So I went in and applied for it, ended up getting it. But all my mates got the change of career, and the change of career was 30K for the 3 years.
Yeah.
So
fast, everything.
that was sus. Then my one was 10 grand for the 3 years, so it gets split up.
Yeah.
So like maybe 3.5. So and then but the good thing about that scholarship was all my fees were paid for.
Good, yeah.
So I didn't have to worry about fees, and the fees were like about 6.5.
Yeah. Especially by the time, working now, and then you work for maybe 5-10 years and you're still paying off a student loan.
I would have been still paying it off, so I started to think a bit more onto, hey, I don't want to be in debt.
Yeah.
We would have talked with debt free, but debt free, I don't mind. And so I planned that, and ended up getting that scholarship, and then started my journey. It was hard.
Nice.
Because I was expecting, because fresh out of school, going straight into a Wānanga, I was expecting everyone to be the same age as me. No.
Hey, but older.
Yeah, you got kuros, you got me,
Oh,
you
far
got
out,
aunties, you got
surely.
uncles,
Yeah.
so it was a bit of a wide range of ages in my class.
Yep.
And then COVID hit, bro.
Oh, yeah, true.
COVID hit, there was a bit of a mish.
Yeah.
Just because everything went online, and so it was a bit hard.
True,
It was more of a kanohi ki te kanohi. It's a bit better.
Yeah, way better.
Kanohi ki te kanohi.
Yeah.
And then everything went online, and then I started doing all of that. Yeah, but it took 3 years. Ended up getting my tohu, and then I ended up going straight back out to Ruatoki. Yeah, I applied for a job out there, ended up getting my mahi out there, and then working with my school.
So cool, bro.
They helped me.
Especially full circle way. That's cool, bro.
They helped me, so I want to help them, and then I was giving them, giving back to my school.
Nice, bro. And so from school, so you went and worked at Ruatoki. When did you graduate? at Awanuiarangi.
2021.
Far, yeah, so fresh out there.
So
Right
I started there 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20, and then 21 I ended up coming out with a tohu.
It's pretty good that, like, you know, you're still able to finish that 3-year, you know, course, and especially in the middle of COVID, like, you know, right smack bang in the middle. Like,
It was hard.
good.
It was hard.
It's pretty good.
I think, I say, if it was easy, everyone would be.
Yeah.
But,
That's it.
you know, it was pretty hard. You just had to put your all to it. Lock in.
Yeah.
You know, and the biggest thing for me was sacrifices.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Like, you know, in that time, you weren't just battling with your learning, you also got whānau things to go on. You got, you know, this blimmin' world pandemic going on, and you're like, is my whānau all good? Who's going to go to the shops with all the blimmin' lockdowns and all of that?
Yeah, so even 2020 came.
Yep.
Then I, you know, found out, my son came.
Oh, wow, far out.
Oh, Papa.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how
Mean.
am I meant to be a papa and a teacher at the same time?
Yeah.
Juggle that one. But there was a thing inside of me that just carry on.
Yep.
It's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, carry on. If you're gonna quit now, it just shows them that you're a quitter.
Yep.
But if you carry on through your mahi, because you only got 2 years left.
Mm.
You know, you already passed 1 year. You got 2 years left. Got to dig deep, bro. Dig deep.
Yeah.
And I was digging deep. Bro. And this when it comes down to sacrifices, you know?
Yeah.
Our sacrifices, like my kura passed away and all of that, like tangi hanas.
Yeah.
And like, it's sad, but
It's hard. Yeah.
I had to weigh it up.
Yeah.
For the future, was it for this part now?
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, my father, that, you know, that I missed those tangi hanas, that they would have been proud.
Yeah. They understand.
I came out the other
Yeah,
side,
bro. Hard.
tunnel.
Yeah.
You know, it was birthdays, tangi hanas, and just, you know, I'm saying this because, you know, having parties and that too, you know, you got to sacrifice.
Yeah, well, that's got to go.
I sacrificed
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
Just to get those results, and ended up getting those results.
Reaping the rewards now, bro. So, no, that's the one.
Yeah, and then after that, 2022, ended up taking my first class.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I had the level 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, taking them out from sports and stuff. And then my role changed to a classroom teacher. So I just sat down and just taught my class for the three terms.
Yeah.
And then, my contract wasn't a permanent contract at that school. But there was a thing inside of me too, I need to fix my holder.
Yep.
Because my shoulder popped out, my knee popped out, so I needed to go and fix my holder. So I ended up doing this PT.
Oh,
personal training.
To do one of those too, yeah, man.
Personal training, and that was at the Wānanga,
Yep.
o Aotearoa, down, in Whakatane.
Yep.
And then he cracked that tohu. And then at the same time, my kaiako there was asking the other kaiako, or the boss at the time, Matsua, can we get this young fella a job? Matsua looks at me, hey. And then he comes back in and oh boy, you got 5 minutes? Yeah, there are 5 minutes. I come in my office. And then he asks me 3 questions. He goes, Pānpai tuatahi, pēr koe tō tohu kaiako, do you got your teaching tohu? And then I said, yeah, but it's only for the primary. And he said, sweet as, I'll get you on an adult ed, and where you can teach adults. So he said, yeah, koe te pātera. And then Pātai Tuarua, he goes, is your record clean? She mean, yeah, it's a bit squeaking clean. And then Pātai Tuarua, the last question was, do you got your full license? Yeah. She mean, yeah, I got my full license on the motorcycle and the car. And then he pulls out the mic and goes, well, here's a position here for you. Te aupiki tana ki te reo kairani. I let him 6 straight there. And then, do you want it or not? Hey, I don't even know if I'm a level 6 myself. So, what's your point? We'll work on it there. Well. And then, he goes, you go apply for this money, go to Te Wānanga, and I started applying, and then I got interviewed from 3 managers. Yep. They interviewed me, and then I ended up getting into the mahi. Yep. I'm happy with my wāhua and it, and and then I'm here now at Te Wānanga teaching for the last two years.
So, yeah.
it's been pretty good.
So solid, bro. That's mean. Nah, when you said that, I was like, fuck. Especially like maybe I had a few years off and then we caught up and I was like, what do you have to do now? And you're like, I'm teaching at level 6. Like, hey, what the heck? That's mean, bro. That's so good, man. Nah, and so like you were like 21 when you had like a full teaching degree and your PT cert, and now you're teaching level 6s at 24, right?
Yeah, now I've got 2 more toes on top of that. Yeah, so I've got an adult.
Yep. Oh, yes.
Yeah, level 5, so I can teach adults now.
Yep.
And I've got so I went for tohu this year, which was te pina ki tama ki te reo kairani.
Okay.
Level 7.
Wow.
So it's level 7, and then the next level is the masters. So,
so
those are the next steps up.
Yeah.
Just gotta fill up my tikanga.
Yep.
Do some more tikanga. So I've got more answers.
Yeah.
Or more tikanga, I should say, because tikanga, te reo me ona tikanga go together.
Yes.
They go together.
Yeah.
You can't learn one and I can speak te reo, but you can't learn tikanga. Hey?
Yeah.
Makes sense, so they got to go together.
Wow. Yeah.
So those are the next pathways to take. For the stations.
Cool. And like, is it like, so I'm just thinking like as a wider sort of thing at the moment in New Zealand, like all the like, what's it called, like protests and things about the teaching and stuff, because when I look at the, like working in schools and when I look at the next generation who are coming up, and I sort of think to myself, like, it's amazing hearing your story and like knowing that teachers have like planted into your lives these seeds that have grown into, you know, helped you to grow into who you are now, and your whānau and your parents and all of that kind of stuff, into the person that you are right now. It's hard when I go in the schools and I see the teachers being like underappreciated by the schools. They're under like a massive workload and all of that kind of stuff. And kids are, you know, kids, and everything's hectic, and, you know, people are falling through the cracks and all of that kind of stuff. And I wonder to myself sometimes, will we have teachers in this next generation? You know, like, will there be people like yourself who come up and say, when they look out and they see that like the wider society is actually degrading their input into the next generation's life? Because that's what I really see it as too, because I had teachers in my lives too that really just like said a few things that, you know, you take away and you're like, nah, that person actually believed in me, that I can actually be more than what I thought I could, and because of that, or they sowed seed, or they actually just took care of me, and now I want to be more than, you know, what maybe I thought I could be. You know, and so that's what I think about as well with the teachers. And, you know, do you have any perspective on that too? Because like I think like it'd be hard as well, just seeing what the teachers are going through at the moment, like standing for, you know, and then the government saying, 1% increase or whatever. It's like, wow, that's pretty rough, man. These guys put in their, you know, blood, sweat and tears into this. And yeah.
It's well, I'm just going to say this, but it is rough. It is rough being a kairako, you know, because you think you're going into the job just teaching.
Yeah.
That's all you think you're doing. You're not.
I'm
going to tell you this straight. You're not.
Yeah.
You're going in there nanny, you're going in there koro, you're going in there doctor, you're going in there social worker, you're wearing all of these hats that you didn't even know you had to wear in order to make everything run smooth.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just going to go back to my class. I remember maybe half of my class had maybe one parent or no parents. So it was pretty hard. Pretty hard. When I was teaching my class, a few years ago, I even had them, Dad, what's up?
Oh, yeah.
Making those little things in the mouth. Uncle.
Straight up there.
I just told, call me whatever, father. Call me whatever, you know. Because I'm dealing with the little people, and you know, so I just got to keep it smooth with them and make sure they enjoy it. Because I looked at it again, it's like, started reading my class. Oh, yeah, okay, that's not working, that strategy. What's another strategy? So I started buying food. Buying food. Even when I make my lunch, I'll make a little extra. So, you know, when there's about a couple of tauiras in your class, they maybe didn't get a kai. I don't mind buying. There's a kai over there. But I started buying foods like kebabs, fruit kebabs.
Nice.
Making them make lessons out of them.
Oh, yeah.
So nice. I could get riding. Just little things like around them, something that they're interested. Buy a toaster. And so when they make their toaster, they actually learn how to butter a bread
Yep.
And then you could get maths, you could get writing, you could get reading, all out of just
Making a toast.
making the toast, making the egg on toast, making the noodles.
Yep.
You got to learn all of that.
Just
Bring it all into class and make lessons out of just having our clients. And it worked for me.
Yeah. And it probably worked for them too, bro. Like, maths, English can be, or, real, whatever. It's hard to learn, but you can get your credits or whatever. The learning through just basic, simple tasks. Yeah,
and then I'll say, it is a hard what teachers go through. It is pretty full on. I just reckon, if you carry on got to carry on. Who's gonna carry the boat? So
yeah.
So you got to carry on with it. But there was one corridor that got said to me when I was still doing my teaching practice. Which stayed with me, and it was from Hans Tiakiwa.
Okay.
He ended up saying this whakatauaki, which was whakairo I tōku wā wanamata, is to carve my own future. And I've ever since from 2018 to 2025, I've been carving my future ever since.
Yeah.
And to keep carving it and to keep showing others that, hey, anei te huarahi, hey, this is the path to take. That's good, especially for all our whānau out there that are just like me, just they want to get out there and they want to help our community.
Yep.
Even when we come from backgrounds we don't really want to come from, or bad backgrounds, ugly backgrounds, but we just make it out of here and just keep moving.
Yep.
Keep moving. There's this thing inside of me, brother, that keeps burning.
Yep.
It's like a fire. And anything that I do, like sports wise, physical, learning. There's this thing inside of me. It just keeps burning.
Yeah.
And if I'm in it, then I'm in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a quitter. I'll finish it till, if it takes me 2-3 years, so be it.
Man.
If it takes me a year, well,
gotta get into it.
I want to get it. And I'll get it until I finish it.
Do you have there's always times, and like you said, there's been sacrifices that you've had to make. Is there times or any tools that you sort of see, or anything that you have to say to yourself in those times to actually keep you pushing through? Like, say, if you want to earn that goal, for myself and probably whoever's listening as well, there's times where we want to give up, and you probably had those times as well. What's something that you either say to yourself or that you have to do to push yourself through, or like a mindset, or even that whakatauaki that you just shared, just carving your future, keep carving your future. Is that something that sort of replays in your mind when you're in that time, or is there, something that you do for yourself or a tool that you use?
Yeah, I want to go back to this one from home, this scene from whakatauaki from Te Puia Herangi. She says, mahi a te mahi hei painga mo te iwi, to do the work to benefit people. Yeah. For me to, because our nenis, our koros, everyone that fought for te reo, because they got strapped, they got items and all of that for our language, and to be the part of Kura Kaupapa, whare kura, wānanga, and to throw it all in the bin. For them to get hidings for it, to fight for it and to throw it all in the bin, I reckon, that says it for itself to carry on with it. Even nowadays, like, our reel's getting a few hooks. But,
Yeah, straight up.
The whānau we're still holding on to it,
Yeah.
We're still holding on and we ain't going. We ain't leaving, and we're here forever. And I'm going to keep doing the work that I do to benefit our people and to benefit all our people. Even non-Māoris, I teach non-Māoris, Pākea's coming to my class, South Africans coming to my class, and I welcome every culture. It's just for keen and, keep the language alive, keep it pumping. That's all. And, when you hit those dark spaces, you just got to light that fire in you, keep it going.
And remember, those stories of what you just shared, like our nannies and koros, they were getting thrashed for. Because I even remember my nan and that saying, like, Māori won't do any good, all of that kind of stuff. The reason why they said that is because they got backed for it,
Yeah, just like my koro, he goes like this. I went to go see him. Yeah, because I don't see him. He's passed away now, but when I went to go see him, he goes, oh boy, are you learning that tū shit? Shit. You know where you from? And it's just been a bit of a racist kitty, and I was like, hey, But if you would have come, Kura, if you would have come and see what I've done, and what Tūhoa's done for me,
yeah, how can you not give back?
How can you not give back? How can you not? You know, help our people out in a way. Because my kura was being that kind of doing those kind of kōreros, and
but you know, that's just what they had to go through, and they've been conditioned to and put each other down for it too.
And that too, because he's a hard worker, trader.
Yep.
So it's just all concrete in his eyes.
Yeah.
I thought to myself too, like when I was younger, I don't want to be a concreter. He was about 50, and both of his knees are getting cut open to get knee replacements. Too much bending over for too long.
Yep.
You know, whereas me, I'm in a room with the aircon. You know, better than breaking the back.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to weigh it up. You know, you're gonna break backs and then die faster. Just live longer. There's just too many like this.
Yeah. Well, it's just each to their own, but like it's what you find meaningful way. Like, that's what I think what you've been saying as well was being your dream and your passion to give back to your community in the way that you're giving back to them right now, which is through our language, and it's through equipping our next people with the tikanga, with the experiences to live their lives without their whakama. And in saying that, bro, I was saying before that, my first ever lesson when I went to Te Reo class was probably the first time I had like a minor like panic attack, because I sort of was so whakama and like shy about it was just a basic thing like tōku, papa, all going through that. It was super basic, but in front of everybody, I just froze, bro. And no, I can't do it. That's like the first time I speak in front of classes all the time and all of that, and I fully froze, bro. And I think it's because of that whakama that you feel, and obviously it's something new, and that's something that you have to work through, especially in resilience. You have to work through some of those feelings. But is there any maybe something that you would say to people who, and even like Māoris who are whakama about engaging in their own language, is there anything that you would sort of say to them?
Yeah, just go here, don't be whakama, bro.
Yeah, just into it. Yeah.
Like if we're looking at it in an assignment type of way, and you need to stand up in front of your class to be able to do your assignment, to be able to say your kupu, it's good, for me, for you to actually practice beforehand, practice beforehand, and also go to Kaupapa Māori, to feel a bit more like you're at home in a way, even though sometimes, this marae ain't your marae, but just even helping out in the back can make you build that, break that
feel at home, me.
Yeah, to feel at home and break that whakama feeling, and just getting out there and more practicing. Because you're only gonna get better. No mai ngā hapa. Bring on the mistakes, because you're only gonna get better. And this is what I say to my tauira, you get 3 rules to them, and one's kia kaha ki te kōrero Māori. By speaking te reo every day, even at home, anywhere in the world, you just get better naturally. Tū te whakamana, i te tangata, to empower one another, and aroha ki tētahi, just to love one another. And by just having those 3, that whakama will go through, build that confidence up more, and then you could be able to flow a bit better. With that kōrero and all of that. But whakama, it comes everywhere. I even still get whakama myself, and I am a paiako, sometimes I go to a place and I'm like, I don't know this kōrero. So I'm searching right then and then for kōrero. I'm trying to find, the connection to the marae, because obviously I'm standing and speaking, But then that comes down to preparation. Got to be 2 weeks prior. Knowing that I'm going to go to that marae, I'm going to go stand, so I got to be 2 weeks homework. Just finding that connection to that marae and that kōrero and stuff. So, I think that whakama thing's a natural feeling, but just to keep going, like the whare anō, like just to keep repeating, I'd say, like practicing, you'll be better at whatever you're doing.
Nice.
You'll te ao Māori.
Solid, bro. Nice. Is there anything that you want to just share or encourage the people who are listening to help them if they're ever going through different challenges in their life. If they're that kid who's sort of wagging or whatever, if they're that kid who's, you know, struggling through their stuff, or something that you would say to them?
Yeah, I'll probably just say this, brother, like, you know, like sometimes our whānau feel pain. You know, they go through pain. Sometimes they live in that pain, you know, but if you use that pain for fire, you keep that, you know, the embers burning in it, you can actually use it for positive. So maybe, you know, negative that you've been feeling, you know, maybe, you know, you broke up with your partner, you know, for an example, you know, things are just going downhill. Sometimes I use that energy, like I love that kind of energy, and it just builds me to go back up there. You know, because sometimes pain can change a person, bro, and it can, for the better of that person. You know, sometimes they're in a toxic place, in a rough place, and they just need to just stand to the side and watch them thrive, you know, in a way. But all I say is just kia kaha whānau. You know, keep pushing through and, you know, kōrero.
Man, kōrero.
Network and crack it.
Right, straight up. That's it, man. That's some good advice.
Keep it all in there. I was going to pile up like a big manga. And and it's a tuya. It's a volcano. You know, but if we kōrero, you can network, you can sort things out a bit better.
And release some of that mamae, like what you said, their maunga that starts to build up. Like I always think about like whakari, like when I think about anger and stuff, like whakari's just constantly just letting out, you know, that steam to sort of release that pressure. You know, maybe that's like kōrero, or maybe that's like exercise, or maybe that's doing something that you enjoy, whatever. That steam's being released. But what would happen if you hit a cap on it? It's just going to build up and build up and build up and build up until it just explodes, bro, you know? And that's sort of what can happen to us if we don't have that, you know, there's that outlet, you know, just like that maunga was you're talking about. We're just going to keep getting bigger. If we have a healthy outlet for us to have those kōrero with people, like, man, it can be life-changing, you know? But also using some of those hard times that are almost sometimes inevitable in our life. They are inevitable. Hard times will come because this is life. That we can still, you know, use some of those tools and things like that which you've shared. So, bro, I just want to mihi to you, bro. Thank you for coming in and sharing your mātauranga. Thank you for sharing your story as well. Like, I know that it's inspired me. That's why I was so keen to get you in for kōrero, bro, because I know that this is going to inspire some other people too. Even like, you know, there might be some of your old tauira, you know, who will go and watch this and be like, I don't know about matua, and actually that's nice. I'm going to write that one down and I'll put it on my wall. You know, like all of that kind of stuff is, and that's probably what you do in your classrooms every day, bro. So thank you for teaching our next generation, and thank you for being a bit of a, you know, inspiration for them too, and for myself and whoever's listening. So, too much, brother. Thank you for your time, brother.
Not me, brother. Not me for letting me have this opportunity, and hopes to have a kōrero with you, and just, you know, some things maybe in my kōrero that can help our whānau out there that, you know, never know. They might just thrive.
Straight up.